Hello everyone and a warm welcome to Halland Tech Week. My name is Eva Hjelmred and I work for the Alexandersoninstitutet at Campus Varberg. And I am proud to present the session Shop Locally. This session is presented by the COM3 project. COM3 stands for Building Competences for Competitive Companies, and it's a project that is financed by the Interreg North Sea region. Digitally enabled and transformed SMEs make rural areas more attractive places to live, work, and invest in. Local and regional authorities need the right tools and competences for supporting rural enterprises in their digital transformation. And today we're going to listen to two of our pilots in this project. All sessions during Halland Tech Week are being recorded, so you will be able to take part of this afterwards, but also all of our other sessions. And we also have a chat moderator. Over to you, Lovisa.
Thank you, and warmly welcome also to the chat. I will moderate the questions in the chat for you who participate digitally. So please use the chat to ask your questions, and I will send them to the speakers. And for you who attend here physically, you have a paper on your chair, and you can use it, write your question, and just wave with it, and we will pick it up and have some question and answer in the end. Also, please have your camera on for you who attend digitally, and if you want to, you can rename by clicking on the three dots in the right corner and rename so we know where you come from. Thank you.
Thank you, Lovisa. And now it's time for our first speaker. And our first speaker is Andrea Liljemark from the Swedish municipality Torsby. André works as a center developer for the municipality, and he has great knowledge in trade development and place branding. André likes to shop locally because it's easy. Over to you, André.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Hello, and I want to start by saying thank you for inviting me to Halland Tech Week. It's great to be here. And it's an honor to be here. This is one of my first time like this in this. I haven't spoken on any digital event yet. This is the first time, so I'm excited. I think my face is. You see, so.
We see you perfectly.
Good. My name is Andrei Liljemark. And I've been working on this project for about 2 years now. And I will try on my bad English to explain why we needed to go online. To do so, I need to explain for you how our geographic looks like in Torsby. It's a large municipality with small center cores far apart. From the south to the north border, I have 160 kilometers, and our main center core is in the south, the city of Torsby. 1,200 people lives in the area, and in the center core of Torsby, there live 4,500 people. We are close to Norway, and Oslo is only 2 hours away by car. So it's we live 2 hours away from 2 million people. In the municipality of Torsby, I have stores from Torsby in the south to Långflon in the north. It's 150 kilometers apart of those two stores. And all our stores depend on personal services. Without services, why shop in the stores? And without the service, people need to go far to visit our stores. It's not unusual to have 40, 50 minutes to one local store for our clients. And if they need to go far, they can extend the travel to one of the big malls around in the area. So we need great personal services for the clients to stay in our stores. And all the stores in our community, in our municipality, is joined together in a member association called iTorsby. When I started working here, everybody was talking, you need to go digital. You need to be more online. And the big question was, and the clicker didn't work. So everybody was talking about us being forced to be more digital to provide better services for our clients. And the big question was, how do we do it? How do we go online? Do we need more social media? Instagram, Facebook, other social media? What's the best way to do it? As I mentioned before, our stores are joined together in this member association called iTorsby. We asked our members, what do you need? And what do you see for the future? And everybody said that they see online store as a threat on the physical store. And we will, from our point of view, online store is not a threat. It's more of an opportunity. So we spoke together and decided that, no, let's start an online store. We started talking to our members, and all the members was, yeah, let's do it. It seems easy. And I can say it wasn't that easy. It was really, really, really hard work. At first, we didn't even have a platform for our online store. We wanted our online store to be one store for all the shops, not 10 online stores for 10 different physical shops. We wanted to be one common store to make this umbrella point of view, so that everybody go to the same store, and you can shop. You can buy shoes, you can buy socks, wedding rings, everything in the same store. That was our main thing, and that platform didn't exist, or we didn't find it. So we contact a company called Abicart, who helped us develop the platform Min Marknadsplats. Min Marknadsplats is translated my marketplace. And we said, okay, let's do some workshops. Everybody can do workshops. So we started doing workshops with the shop owners. And I can say they have a long way to go before they were digitalized, before they can do this. We have old laptops without cameras, without mics. We didn't, as you can see, we had a physical meeting because there were no way we can do it online in the beginning. Now we can. And we start to educate everything from how to take a picture, how to type your name, your address, everything. And then we come, and then after all this work, it took about half a year, and then we got this product called iTorsby. When we got to this point, before we launched it online, we saw a lot of troubles with the platform. It didn't work as we wanted. It was I don't know what you call it in English, child disease. It took a while. It took our plan. We was planning to launch the site in the summer of 2020, but we launched it in October 2020. It took a several month delay. We started this journey together, and we're doing it together. It was a big challenge to make this happen, but it's worth it, and we have good ratings on our visitor, and a lot of knowledge. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I see the computer. Sorry. But it was a long journey, and we started the journey together in this joint online store. We sell everything from socks to shoes. If there is any questions for me, I'm happy to answer. I was a bit fast, I think.
André, it was very short and sweet, and we truly appreciate it. And I think it's really interesting to change the narrative from online stores as a threat to an opportunity for the SMEs. So
and that was our main thing, was to make online store and physical store to join together and walk side by side. And we're not finished yet. It's a hard way. It's a long way to go, and we're making some new changes and planning for the future together.
That sounds great, and we want to follow the journey with you to see.
I hope so.
See your progress. So thank you so much, Andrea. Andrea will be here at the end of the session as well. So if you have any questions, please write them in the chat. And I think we do have one. So Louisa.
Yes, there was one question here. Did the online store have other impacts, like more cooperation between the companies?
Absolutely. It was that was one of the best thing was that when we had these workshops, everybody was linked together and everybody was talking together, and made some. Some stores have the same product line, and they were like, "Oh, are you planning to?" They didn't put all of their products online. Some products were in the physical store, and some were online. If a store put this type of shoes online, some other store put other shoes online. So they didn't, and all this cooperation was fantastic. It was absolutely the best thing about the project is the cooperation between the stores.
Thank you, André. And there's a following question here. Did they increase their incomes?
Yes, but not online. That's some funny thing about it as well. At first, we saw a lot of traffic on the website, but there wasn't that much of clicks. There wasn't online buys. But the stores saw a lot of people coming in the stores and said, "Hello, I saw this shirt online. Do you have it?" "Yes, it's right there." That's one thing. We had this store called Radioelektriska. They sell a lot of stuff, all from fishing gear to paint. So they have everything, and they have this little reindeer to put in the garden with lights in it, and they put it on the online store, not in the physical store. They didn't sell any of this reindeer online, not a single purpose, but they sold everybody in the physical store because people went to the store and asked about it. They didn't buy it online, they went to the store and bought this reindeer. And that was fantastic. Then we knew that we are on the right track, making the physical store and the online store work together.
Thank you, André. So there's no more questions right now, but hopefully there will be more afterwards. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we switch over from Sweden to Germany, northern Germany, and Hüttener Berge. Matthias Philipp and Laura Kremeike. Matthias is the head of the finance department at the Amt Hüttener Berge. He is an expert on funding issues and plays a really leading role in the design of municipal projects. For Matthias, shopping local means having breakfast every Sunday with freshly baked rolls from the bakery next door. And Laura, she works as a manager for future development. She's responsible for the implementation of the region's development strategy, and her professional focus is on project communication and project management. For Laura, the best shopping experience is buying eggs from the chicken she sees pecking in the meadows every morning. So please, Matthias and Laura, the floor is yours.
Yeah, we try the clicker.
Try the clicker. Okay, it's perfect. Yes, hello everyone. Thanks a lot for the warmly welcome. We are happy to be in Halland, even if only virtually, but that also fits to the topic we want to talk about. Laura and I, we come from the Hüttener Berge, a rural region in the north of Schleswig-Holstein, approximately 60 kilometers south of Denmark. The Hüttener Berge are a collective municipality with a total of almost 15,000 people living here in the middle of a nature park. We move, thank you. 15,000 people live here in the middle of a nature park. 3,700 people live in the largest village of Hüttener Berge. When we look on the business landscape of our region, you can see that the main economic sectors are agriculture, handicrafts, and tourism. Qualified industrial and service jobs can be found near the region, for example, in Kiel, it's about half an hour to drive, or in Hamburg, that is 1 hour to drive. Okay, that's our region. Now, about 12 years ago, we started to support actively the digital transformation in our region. The first step was about the technical infrastructure. Together with our neighbor departments, we have founded a broadband association with the aim of providing broadband coverage of fast internet access. This is a project still in progress, but largely completed now. However, it became quickly clear to us that for us, as Hüttener Berge, as a service provider for our citizens, digitization is more than just laying fiber optics or reporting a change of an address online. So we had to determine what role we as a collective municipality want to play in this change process. And with the participation of citizens, regional policymakers, local businesses, and local associations, we developed a digital agenda for our region. This agenda, still here, as a multi-year planning of all the digitalization activities in many different fields of action to develop digital services. As you can see, these fields of action range from administration services to public participation. Now, currently, we have a discussion about new areas for wind power, and we start this discussion also online. It also leads to tourism services in our region, to health services, mobility and public transport, and last not least, to the regional economy, what we would like to introduce you today. This agenda enables structured digitalization with solutions that are built on each other and are needed by the citizens, the businesses, and also the local associations. This also enables us to create digital offerings to meet local needs that the market does not offer for citizens, for businesses, and so on. So in our opinion, digitalization at a municipal level like Hüttener Berge can only succeed if it takes into account the specific local needs. But who defines what is needed in our region? This slide shows you how we work and how we interact with the key stakeholders in this project. The starting point is that we, as an administration, can't be experts for all questions of public and private needs. But when we want to develop solutions that are needed by the people in our region, then we need the help of these people. That's why we bring those people on board who will use the solutions. That can be citizens, entrepreneurs, and associations. And for each field of activity in the matters of digitalization, a focus group is formed. And in relation to the COM3 project, these are people from local businesses like farmers or craftsmen, and also potential customers. These potential members of the focus groups are invited through various channels like newspapers, citizens' meetings, local multipliers, and so on. But it's important that the group finds itself together. It is not the municipality that should decide who's a member of the focus group. It's the group itself. And at first, we didn't know how many people would come and want to work in a focus group. Only one person or maybe 100, we didn't know. But the practice has shown us that a focus group is made up of around 10 people, and that's a good size for constructive work. The topics of the focus groups are the following questions. At first, which offers, conventional or digital, already exist for the field of action in our region? What new or more extensive needs are seen? Which digital offers meet these needs? And how are these offers outlined in terms of functionality? The feedback groups, the work of the focus groups is reviewed by feedback group of experts. They are reviewing the project results and improving if it's necessary. So back to our project, Shopping in My Village. The core challenge is the relationship between customers and regional providers. Both cannot find access to each other on the regional markets. We have a lot of farm shops and conventional door-to-door deliveries of regional products, but with personal costs on a high level. That's why they close shop by shop the last years. Also, for cost reasons, the providers have no internet presence and a lack of networking among each other. On the other side, there are customers with a conscious interest in regional products and services, but they know just too little about the regional providers and how to find them. Of course, I know how to find Amazon, but I don't know how to find my regional provider of food or non-food products. So the needs that we found out in the focus groups are to keep customers and the purchase in the region. So we make the regional economic power even stronger. And we achieve this in creating easy online sale opportunities, especially for small business, and in providing mobile shopping options for citizens. Okay, sorry.
Okay, Matthias, be careful. I'm coming close.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Matthias, and a warm welcome to all of you. I'm continuing right at this point. the focus groups showed us the needs, and with the focus groups, we worked on the solution. And our final solution to those needs and problems Matthias told you about is an online marketplace where any business can build its own online store. On this online marketplace, customers find an overview on all regional products, and they can buy them directly, or maybe then they can drive to the farm store, and that's up to them. And it's also they have also a delivery option on our online marketplace, and it costs around €5 to get those products to their front door. Our online marketplace is called Heimatware, German word, of course. And if we translate it, it's maybe goods from the place where I feel at home. And now, together with you, I want to take a look at our online marketplace, how it looks like. Sorry, wrong clicker. Okay. So here you have a view on our online marketplace. Here's, of course, cheese, as you can see, and the products are organized in different categories, and you can always see the price, of course, from which business the products come from, the price per gram, if it's food, and the origin of the product. In this case, it's a region, Schleswig-Holstein, northern Germany. And not only food is offered, as you can see here, for example, keychains. And those keychains are made from a woman in a village, in our municipality, in our collective municipality. And those keychains are normally only purchased at a market, but now also on Heimatware. Other products on our online marketplace are, for example, organic yarn, baked goods, milk, meat, cold cuts, flowers, strawberries, sparkling wine, very delicious, spices and soap. But unfortunately, a few fruit and vegetables, because little is grown in our area. But however, we have more than enough potatoes, and that's something, I would say. And on our online marketplace, the customers also can sort the products by businesses. And here you can see a small selection of businesses in our regions, some faces of Hüttener Berge, and the local businesses can also write a little text about themselves and show how they produce their products here in the region. And right now, to this point, we have 20 businesses on Heimatware and 190 products. Let's stick with faces. Of course, as a collective municipality, we cannot operate an online marketplace ourselves. Therefore, we called on entrepreneurs to apply as operators of the online marketplace. And here are the winners, a company called Lodeli. Those are 4 young people who founded their startup specifically for Heimatware. And they do the delivery and assist the local businesses in creating their own online store at the online marketplace. To help them get started, to help Lodeli get started, we provided some goods for them. We on ourselves bought with funding money, for example, the delivery car or cooling boxes. And of course, we support with contacts and recommendations what we can, where we can help as a municipality, as a local authority. And we have another face. You see it's a cow, but I am speaking of the company. This company is called Pillars. And Pillars provides the software for the online marketplace. And the software includes, for example, and that's what makes this Pillars software very good, the software has an automatic billing in the name of the participating businesses. So we don't have to worry about taxes, or the Lodeli don't have to worry about tax issues. And moreover, the Piles company has built other online marketplaces in Germany and Spain, 7 online marketplaces. And of course, we can profit from their experience with the online marketplaces, from their experience from previous projects. Okay, coming to next topic, challenges. And when you, as we, are also involved in projects, you probably know that not everything always goes smoothly. And we would be very happy if you could learn something from our challenges today. That's why we have brought 2 issues that caused some difficulties. And on one hand, first, we, I must say, underestimated the huge legal dimension of the cooperation with Lodeli, or startup company. As an example, here are 3 very important questions that we had to answer with our contract for the project. One question: how do we design a contract that ensures Lodeli uses the items we purchased with funding money only for their intended purpose and not for other purposes? And how do we prevent, for example, our local baker from being disadvantaged by an out-of-region baker? So we had Lodeli only have businesses on Heimatware which are from a region and not from a farther away region. And last, who is legally responsible for customer data on the online marketplace? Of course, we as a municipality don't want to be responsible, but we have to fix that in a contract. Those 3 questions and many more occurred during contract discussions.
Yeah, please let me add, we're an administration, and as an administration, we also have to keep the legal situation in matters of procurement, state aid, budget, tax laws, and so on. And this also has an impact on the design of the contract.
Yes, right. And as it's often the case, you maybe know it, Lodeli and we thought we wanted exactly the same. At the beginning of the project, that when you write things down in a contract, you check everything very, very, very carefully. And then we had to realize that some ideas were different indeed. And in addition, the process of discussing the contract was very long because we, as a municipality, we sometimes need to ask our political decision-making body if they are going along with us on those decisions, and that takes some time. Of course, our political decision-making body, they provide the financial contribution to the project. And in return, they want us to achieve some project goals, of course. Yeah, and another challenge we had to face, I would say very simple, different opinions. We had in our project an external consulting office with people who are very good experts in software solutions. And then we had our startup company, Lodeli. They applied with a very, very good business plan, we thought. However, we again underestimated something. Running an e-commerce and logistics company and finding more than now 20 businesses for Heimatware are huge tasks, really huge tasks. And Lodeli just founded startup company. So, of course, everyone on the project team, we, our consultants, Lodeli, we all had different opinions about how things have to be managed. For example, the effort that was needed and how the priorities should be set. And but none of us were an expert for business management. So no one actually really knew what to do and what to do best and how to run a very successful company. So we had no one who had the last opinion. It was always opinion against opinion. And we had on the team our local business development agency. They were partners, but unfortunately, they could not get involved deeply. And another unpleasant realization for Lodely was, I think, that we as public administrations, we just need time to do our tasks correctly. And it's not fast enough for young startups sometimes. And we often had to slow Lodely down, which was, kind of sad and not always made everyone happy. But nevertheless, despite all obstacles, we made it. It worked. We now have our online marketplace Heimatware, and we are very happy with it. And now I very much hope that we have been able to give you a good overview on our project and our path from idea to our online marketplace. And we thank you very much for your attention and send you best wishes from Hüttener Berge.
Thank you so much, Hüttener Berge. Thank you, Laura and Matthias. It's really interesting to hear about Heimatware. It was released 17th of May, I believe, the Norwegian National Day. So it's not that old yet. And we do appreciate you sharing the challenges, because that is how we learn. And can improve if other local authorities or regional authorities want to have e-commerce just as Heimatware. May I just ask, you said you had a lot of potatoes, but what products are the top sellers? Do you know that?
Yes, it's milk.
Milk, okay.
And, yogurt, is it a German word or not? So products from milk, that's our top seller.
Really interesting. And you have over 190 products, I believe. 190,
but at least I think 20 potatoes, different types of potatoes. And I mentioned we don't have so much fruit and vegetables, and when sometimes we have tomatoes or cucumbers, and when we have them on Heimatware, they are also our top sellers. But sometimes, we can't deliver more of that. So it's
okay. May I also ask you mentioned customer data, and that being perhaps an issue or something that you need to work with GDPR and privacy. What steps have you taken?
On this problem, we found happily a very simple solution. We just made a contract that all rights and all duties due to customer data are up to Lodely. So we have that from our table. But Lodely, a startup company, they spend a lot of money and a lot of time in their own lawyer to have their own AGBs on customer data. I don't know if AGB, contract distributions on customer data.
Okay, thank you. That's very good. I believe we have a question from the chat.
Yes, we do. We have a question from the chat, and we have a question from the physical audience here. So, can any object be sold on the common marketplace? Like, what are the criteria? That's the question from Marit.
We had discussions about that because it's regional or local products against regional and local businesses. So a local business can provide products which are far away. And but Lodely, who are leading in this topic, they are more on local businesses. So we have a product like, I don't know, coffee from other countries on Heimatware, but it's important that it's a local business providing these products. And of course, it's not possible to transport, I don't know, very, very big objects, or maybe a horse, a sheep, nothing like that, or 20 boxes of water. That wouldn't be okay. But the rest is very welcome on Heimatware. And we also are working on a section where local craftsmen can present what they do and what they provide for the customers.
That's the next step, I think.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Question answered, Marit says in the chat. So another question here. How do you see, and this is a question for both Laura and Matthias and Andrea. How do you see that web and physical interact? Like, is online customers also physical and the opposite? Or is it two different targets? So maybe Laura and Matthias can start answering.
We do have customers who only want to shop physical, of course. And I think all the other customers, they like to shop physical, but when they don't have enough time, or when maybe the farm store is closed, then they like to order at Heimatware, I think.
So it's an addition to
it's addition on physical shopping. Yes.
Yes, I will continue. We see that our online shoppers are not only online shoppers. They only shop online. At the beginning of the project, I was completely. I thought everybody shopped online because it was cheap. But I realized that the main thing to shop online is accessibility. It's easy. You can stay at home in your couch watching TV and order a pair of shoes. And that's why we needed to make this hybrid, this mix of online and in-store shopping, as we call it, so that people can make they can make a shop, so they can make this buy online and then go to the store and pick it up. But they don't necessarily need to go from store to store to store to compare prices or products against each other. So I really, really believe this is the main thing. And if you look in Sweden on this big online store, we take NetOnNet as an example, who's a huge online company. They actually opened physical stores. They started as an online and then opened physical stores because people need both things, not one way or another.
Thank you, all of you. We also have a question here from Anna, who lives in Varberg. Are the online buyers mainly people living in the local area or people from other parts of the country, even world maybe?
You want me to answer?
You can start, Andrea.
Yes, I will start. We have a mix of people. In the north of Torsby, we have this big skiing area. People traveling to this skiing area did some shopping online in the cars on the way up, stopped in Torsby, in the center core, picked up some breads or sandwiches or some toys for the kids, and then went on their skiing vacation. But the main thing is local husbands who try to shop presents for the wives online, so they won't notice. That's our main shoppers.
Thank you, Andrei. Laura and Matthias, do you have something to add? How is it for you?
For us, we are limited by our delivery options. Lodeli only delivers in a very close area, and maybe the big cities around, half big cities around us, but not more so. not everyone can order at Heimatware.
Okay, thank you. So that was the questions from the audience.
Thank you so much. And I believe in the chat we also have the link to Heimatware. So it's you have all the possibility to go in and look at it, because if you have the usual link, you just have to put in your zip code, and not all of us are from northern Germany, but please go in and check there. And it's time to round up here from the COM3 project and this session, Shop Locally. And we've had the possibility to hear more about Torsby and Hüttener Berge, where they buy milk or presents for their wives, whatever you want. So our message here today is support your SMEs and shop locally. Thank you so much.